Welcome back to our mid-episode break, namely 90s Minute. Every week we look back at a culturally relevant show, movie, or piece of pop culture that probably helps stoke the algorithm. This week, in honor of Andie MacDowell's new movie, My Happy Ending, we're looking back at our favorite 90s MacDowell movie, Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day is a 1993 American comedy starring the groundskeeper from Caddyshack, the love interest in Michael, and Roland Shit from Schitt's Creek. The movie centers around Peter Venkman, a weather reporter who gets sent to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania to cover the annual Groundhog Day celebration with his producer and cameraman. He has contempt for the town and does a half-hearted report before trying to leave. But a blizzard he predicted would pass by the area leaves him stuck in town. The next morning he wakes up in town, but experiences the same day over again. Eventually he gets wise to the situation and realizes he's in a time loop. He then abuses his foreknowledge of the day's events to live life with no consequences, with one-night stands, binge eating, and other crazy things like that. Finally, he sets his sights on seducing his producer, the wife from Multiplicity, but cannot find an easy way to seduce her. Eventually, the voice of Garfield gets depressed and goes through a series of wacky unalivings. He tries convincing the mom from the mansion in Magic Mike XXL that he's stuck in a time loop, and she tells him to think of the loops as ways to improve himself and others' lives. So he does just that, using each loop to learn a new skill like playing piano or ice carving, to helping out townspeople, saving lives and brightening days, except for one old man who keeps dying no matter what happens. One day he gives an impassioned speech about the groundhog, which impresses his co-workers and the rival news outlets. And then later that evening, the mom from the Footloose remake is impressed by Scrooge playing piano and hearing all the townsfolk tell her how he's helped them during the day. So she bids on him at a date auction and they go out, fall in love, kiss, and retire to his room. And in the morning, the time loop is finally broken and Meatballs declares his love for her and the town, saying that they should move there together. Again, she having only spent a single day with him while he's been in this prison of a town for eternity. And that's Groundhog Day in a Namely 90s Minute. More or less. Join us again next Tuesday for another Namely 90s Minute. Remember, you can always hear these a day early in full episodes of Namely 90s on all major podcasting platforms. And most of the small ones too. Please subscribe and do all the other YouTube things. Bell ringing, share, like, subscribes, that sort of stuff. And we'll catch you next time.